Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. TGI, F it, 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 F it. Welcome to Ho. We made it till Friday. TGIF, y'all. TGIF it, y'all. TGIF it all. I'm in a pretty decent mood today, I guess. My ex-husband's at the orthodontist with my daughter who's getting braces on. I'm very, 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 very thankful for him to be sitting in that waiting room and not me, because I'm already having enough distant anxiety from it. I'm happy that we made it through a beautiful week with our Herb of the Week stinging nettle. So fantastic. I'm happy that it's going to be 70 degrees and sunny today. I am happy that we have a special guest here, like I promised today, a special card today from the Healing Energy Oracle. It's a long one, you guys. It's so cool. It's going to be so cool for you. What else am I happy about? I'm happy that it is only 60 degrees in the house, but I'm not going to turn the heat on because I have a foot warmer, and I'm really appreciating just not having the dry air blowing right now. And so I'm just layering it up and being a camper. I'm being a camper, you guys. I'm thankful for synchronicities and seeing the right thing at the right time in the perfect way that gives me guidance in everything that I fucking do. Sorry for the F. I wanted to say frickin', but I couldn't. My herbal pirate was like, no, man, it's awesome. These synchronicities are so fucking awesome. Just incredible. Are your synchronicities really full speed ahead and on point and over the top and in your face? And spirits, listen, we've had your attention, and now we will never, at this point on, lose your attention again, okay? You are awake now. You're going to wake up even more. That makes it seem like you're not even awake right now, but you are awake, but you're going to wake up even so much more that you're going to be like, wow, now I'm really woke. And I also feel just so thankful, for us traveling in. Yesterday, were the trees acting like tarot cards yesterday? What was up with having a tarot-ish day with our tree guides? But they did. They were like, listen, look into your shadow. Look into the things that maybe you're even kind of embarrassed about that. I was a little peeved with my friends and family and the instigation from my guides to connect with them. I'm always like, Jesus, why do you make me do this? But instead of pushing that down and not telling you that, even though that does not make me look like a good person, it doesn't. When I say when I say things honestly like that, I know it does not make me look like a good person. However, I hope it makes me look like an honest person. It don't matter what you thought of me or what I think of myself. The whole point is we must feel our feelings. And the whole point is we have to be honest with ourselves, and we have to dive into those places. We have to get some tea. Oh my God. All right, you guys. So thanks so much for hanging out with me here at Ho for another week. Let's do stinging nettles while I choke on my spit again. This affirmation minute is brought to you by our cautioning herb of the week, nettle, and I dedicate them all to you. I pay attention. Energy flows where my focus goes. I remain present in the now moment. I receive gifts from the earth. I allow myself to be nourished. Rewards and opportunities arise from every experience. I pay attention. Energy flows where my focus goes. I remain present in the now moment. I receive gifts from the earth. I allow myself to be nourished. Rewards and opportunities arise from every experience. So be it. Yeah, good week with Nettle. Pay attention, wake up, receive the good stuff. What else did it say? Receive your gifts from the earth. Be in the present now moment. Ooh, energy flows where my focus goes. That is so stankin' true. We are getting better at all this. I just want to give you a little feedback. I think we're all getting better at this. I really do. And, this morning I just recorded the Daniel Scranton channeling from the Arcturians. And their whole bit today was, getting into our heart space, feeling our feelings, figuring out what's blocking the good stuff from flowing in. And it just is so synchronistic with everything that we talk about here. And there's a portal in your heart to everything you need and everything you want, and bringing in that unconditional love and all the energy you could possibly want, all the feelings you could possibly want. Now, we still have our human adventure, and I just always want to tell you all my embarrassing moments, okay? So last night, I'm updating the updating the Herbal Marie Instagram page, which I'm just ready to set the whole damn thing on fire, all the time. But I see that one of my local people that I've talked to him online, but I have never actually met him because he's kind of a loser. And he's done some jail time, but anyways, I was like, I should probably take a nature walk with him. We've talked about it in the past. And, as a light worker, I do feel like I am supposed to reach out to people who might need whatever. And I thought, plus he likes plants and it could be fun. And, anyways, so I thought I'd ask hey, do you want to take a nature walk this weekend? And so I just sent him a quick message and didn't think much about it, hey, let me know if you're free Saturday. We'll meet at whatever trail you want, and we'll just appreciate the leaves, basically. All right. So, I logged in this morning just because I had to grab my phone first thing, because I woke up and I was like, okay, they're at the orthodontist. I need my phone beside me just in case. So I run downstairs, grab my phone, run back into bed because it's, only 60 degrees in the house. Actually, I think it's up to 61 now because I'm generating body heat by being here, by being alive. But anyways, so back to the point. I was like, I wonder if he messaged me back, because that would be me asking, and then I forget to go back to even see me asking, hey, do you want to hang out? And then the next I sleep, and then I forget that I even did that. So I logged in, and, on Instagram, you can see if somebody's seen or, your message. And so I see that he's seen it, but he didn't message me back, And so I'm like, all right, well, I seen that you seen it, and I guess your non-reply back is your reply back, So it's I guess I'll check it out one more time just to make sure, I'm not being the rude one. But it's just so funny, there's two ways I'm sure there's more than two ways, but there's always two ways that I could look at this. And I'm going to pull numbers while I'm talking about my stupid shit. I could be like, oh, wow, okay, I guess you don't want to be friends, right? I could take that hurt ego, right? Our ego loves to be hurt and rejected, doesn't it? And I could do that, but then like you could take like a higher road and a higher perspective and be like, whoop, there's my angels and guides looking out for me. Like this probably maybe isn't the most ideal friend, and maybe I don't have anything personally to add to it or to gain, or like it's just, hey, if it don't work, it's like, why are you feeling bad? Like it's probably not supposed to work. Our first number is 89. 89 is our first pile. So anyways, I kind of just had to laugh. Well, don't I go I just leave messages, and I'm on the main page just for like a split second. Our second number is 87. Weird. Are we counting down here? 89 and 87. How often does that shit happen? Okay. So then real quick, there's a spot. I'm not following this person, but there was some type of a sponsored ad which caught my attention because it's a little chat bubble, like this little blue chat bubble on a white square by Case.Kenny. He's selling some overpriced journals. Good job, Kenny. I mean, brilliant, but I don't think anyone should pay $30 for a journal. Okay, so anyways, nonetheless, I liked what his little bubbles had to say. Now, granted, I am always open to, love or relationships or a lover. Hello, like, okay, we're over 7 months now. Like, like even the losers are starting to look good. Our last pile is 72. So we got some higher numbers. All right, so here's what it said. Stay single until you are appreciated. Now, and as I put the numbers away, there's number 54. That's my birthday and my height, 5'4". All right, so it's always good for me because, like, I'm still sad about, my rebound lover not wanting me. I'm definitely on some level still heartbroken and rejected from my ex-husband not wanting me. Do you know what I mean? So, like, I definitely have, like, wounds that I could cater to, but I'm trying to, we're trying to heal up, we're trying to strengthen up, and we're trying to not settle, you guys, and get into another stupid mess. And so anyways, I had to laugh because I was like, you almost got into a stupid mess, and here is your synchronicities that are going to be funny now. So here I'll just read them all to you. Stay single until you are appreciated. Do yourself a favor and take mixed signals as a no. You are too dope for someone who is unsure about you. And then the last one was, relationships won't heal you and being single won't kill you. Remember that. So it's just so cute to see them in little chat bubbles, relationships won't heal you and being single won't kill you. Remember that. That made me laugh so much because the other night in my journal, I wrote down, just because single starts with the letters S-I-N doesn't make being single a sin. And I was like, girl, you should put that on a t-shirt. That's okay. Somebody else can take it and make millions off their t-shirts. You are too dope for someone who is unsure about you. That takes me back to my rebound lover. It's like, you idiot. Like, apparently I am too dope for you, because if you're not sure about me, then we're too dope for these idiots that are unsure about us. Why would we even want that? Why would we even want that? Do yourself a favor and take mixed signals as a no. So if someone's not 100% clear with you, just take that as a no. Why are you being like, I'm not sure what he thinks of me? If it's a mixed signal, do yourself a favor and take it as a no. Take it as a no. Stay single until you are appreciated. I mean, seriously, it ain't gonna kill you. Stay single until you are appreciated. Because why the fuck would you want to settle for anything less than that? I got my librarian face on. All right, 89, 87, 72. What interesting numbers. How are you even going to decide which pile you want? 89, 87, 72. 89, 87, 72. I'm trying to take a picture of it while I talk. Anyways, what an interesting number. I like that 89 and 87 are real close, and I love that 87 ends in a 7 and 72 starts with a 7. But other than that, like, I don't really, what do you think? It's up to you. They're all going to be good. Maybe we're just going to hang out for a while and be good to each other. 89, 87, 72. Okay, we're going to push 89. Well, actually, we're pushing 87 and 72 away. And here we are with 89. Let me tell you what you're getting today. All right, 89. There's the number. Okay, we have a flower whisper and a hypnotic language. So you've got those two little cards. Then you've got a big long daddy. And this is our special guest today, because I just got this deck, and then I was like, maybe someday we'll use it. And I was like, heck yeah, we're going to use it this week. It's the Healing Energy Oracle by Mario Duguay. Duguay? D-U-G. Doug U-A-Y. Ooh, U-A-Y. It's by Mario somebody. And so I saw it. I like the look of it. I flip over to read the back of it. And it says, and I see that the number pops out before any of the words. I see the number 54, 54, so I had to get it. Align yourself with the light, love, and wisdom of the divine with 54 thought cards from author and artist Mario Duguay. From Mario. All right, so you have one of those. Now, you're going to have a fairy and a magical herb. This is a lot, you guys. I went a little bit overboard, and I'm not going to apologize, but I just don't know how the heck I'm going to, maybe I'll put the 89 above the Big Daddy. Okay, because it all boils down to, how can I take a picture of this? How can I take a picture of this for the Instagram? Assuming that more people are going to come over to Instagram eventually, maybe, I don't know. Then you're going to have Oracle of the Essences, then a soul flower. I know, shit tons. And then you'll end with an Ondarian crystal activation, because I'm still digging those. Okay, does that sound okay? I hope so. I feel almost like we're going to put the Ondara up there and then have the essence, the little essential oil at the end. All right, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Holy man. I guess we must have earned it this week. We must have worked hard with Nettle. Now I want to give you lots of cards as like a thank you gift. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for doing your affirmations. Thanks for doing your healing. Thanks for being honest with yourself. Thanks for feeling your feelings. Thanks for journeying with me. Thanks for being you. We need more yous in the world, more individuals, more people thinking for themselves, more people feeling for themselves, and more people stepping into the power and light of who they are and just being like, you know what, this is my journey. And, you know, I've sort of just been like being kicked around by life up until this point. But you know what? Now I'm going to start to ride the waves. Absolutely. So anyways, I just want to thank you for all that. Let's sip on our tea for a minute, and then we'll get our pick of numbers, 89, 87, or 72. All right, here we go. And just to keep you posted on my life, I just got the text with the picture, the braces are on. So, and it went pretty good, I guess. So good. I'm so glad. I can quit worrying about her. Man, what is it with me and my medical anxiety? I just can't even deal with anything. All right, so, whew. You ready? 89. So the first pile is 89. 89. Let's just start out with a flower whisper, shall we? I think flowers are a good way to start out. I love having them in the house. I love seeing them. I love appreciating them. I love seeing them when I drive along in people's yards. And your flower whisper is a pretty beautiful but muted purple, violets and indigos. If you look deep into nature, you will understand everything better. All right, so we're in the first number, 89, or pick a pile, pick a number. And if you kind of resonated up with the first one, these are your messages. And if you're just listening in to all of them because you want to hang out, I think we're going to benefit greatly today. If you look deep into nature, you will understand everything better. Everything. This completely jives with me, obviously, as Ho, as Herb Oracle, as Herbal Marie, as Sadie from All Natural Me. I mean, whatever alias, Aromasade, all my online aliases all have to do with nature. They always have been, because I love nature. Nature speaks to me. If presented with the ultimate choice of having to choose between decks, and one's a nature deck and one's like just some other random bullshit, I'm going to go with nature. Like, I love nature. I love being in nature. When you go outside, don't you just feel better? When you look at the trees, aren't you comforted? So this is a great invitation and message and reminder. And of course, you already knew this. But if you look deep into nature, you will understand everything better. Now, your hypnotic word is every time you ... then ... Every time you blank, then blank. It's the Jack of Clubs, and that's funny. Jack of Clubs. Why is that funny? Because the person that I invited to go on a hike is named Jack. That's why it's funny to me. So anyways, I really feel like I'm gonna maybe stick with the you don't know Jack, joke in my life, because maybe just some things, it's like some people are maybe meant to just, you're just supposed to send them energetic good vibes and maybe not actually take walks with them in the woods. All right, so anyways, another cause and effect language pattern. It connects specific behavior with something that has to happen. Every time means that there are no exceptions, which is very useful. Okay, so these are used in hypnosis, but we're going to apply them to our life and our psyche. Every time you think of that old problem, then you'll feel a sense of humor and relief that it's gone. Ooh, I love it. Every time you think of that old problem, then you'll feel a sense of humor and relief that it's gone. Perfect, you guys. That's a perfect statement for us to, really, we want to understand everything better, absolutely. And at a point, we need to know how to get ourselves to release our attachment to the past. So every time you think of that old problem, we're programming our minds. We're giving our mind a command when we put in the suggestion that every time we think of that old problem, then we're going to feel a sense of humor and relief that it's gone. So it's perfect. I absolutely love this. It's a type of programming you can do on yourself to replace the programming that you have currently installed that's not working for you. So if every time I think of my old lover, it's like, man, I could feel a lot of different things, and I should feel them, but at some point I've felt them enough. And now it's time for me to tell myself that when I think of him, when I think of that old problem, then what I'm going to feel is a sense of humor and relief that he's gone. So it's like it's telling myself a different way to feel now. Or maybe I just left it up to my pain body to figure out how I was feeling, but now my mind is taking control of the steering wheel and saying, every time I think of that old problem, then I'm feeling a sense of humor and relief that it's gone. So what does that do to you? Well, that makes you want to smile when you think of that old problem of yours. I just think it's hilarious now when I think about it, and I feel so relieved that it's gone, and I can't help but giggle and laugh and feel good. So the Jack of Clubs. Clubs are all about money and finances. Clubs are all about money and finances, and Jack of Clubs is a reliable person, dark-haired, youthful friend. So funny. Jack of Clubs is a reliable person, dark-haired, youthful friend. Interesting. So let's just hold on to that. We just are covering the cardamom sea because we want to expand our knowledge on that for fun, I guess. But it's like that's what the Jack of Clubs means. Somebody reliable in your life. What could be more reliable than nature, though, for your explanations and understanding everything better? What could be more reliable than you taking command of your thinking faculty, right? So take command of yourself and start to direct your thoughts and surround yourself with nature and look deep into nature. What did Nettle tell us this week about looking and focusing? Energy flows where my focus goes. So next time you're looking or thinking or focusing on anything, if you could have a little voice in your head to just check yourself and say, do I want to be flowing energy here? Is this where I want my focus to be? Is this what I want to manifest? Where my focus goes, that's where energy flows. Is this where I want to flow more energy? Because energy is like a fertilizer. Energy builds, energy creates, energy manifests. So only focus upon what you want to strengthen in your life. Do you want to be strengthening fear? Or do you want to be strengthening love? Do you want to be strengthening hate and pain and just or do you want to be strengthening joy and happiness and relief and understanding? Okay. Wow. So if you picked number 89, here is your healing energy oracle. You got the divine fruit. Now, what I instantly love is I didn't tell you, but the border color around 89 is orange. And this is a very orange card with a brighter yellow light. Just fantastic looking, the imagery. It's very frequency, light frequency. And you got the divine fruit. So there's been a big fruit theme in my life this year because my bestie Asiel the Oracle's convinced that we will be living in Costa Rica together. And hey, I don't doubt it, absolutely. And anyways, and so there's been this message of fruit. And because the one day he says to me, and there's I don't know if Archangel Michael said something about there will be a fruit in Costa Rica that I've never had. Well, wasn't it the same day that we manifested more prosperity and we had that Ganesha card with all the fruit in it? And Asiel didn't know this because I don't even think he listens to my podcasts ever because he's another one of my amazingly best friends. Yep, fuck you too, man. Fuck everybody this week. But anyways, I said in that podcast, and there's Ganesho. He's got I don't know what he had, pomegranates, grapes, whatever the fuck. And then I said, and there's a plate of fruit that I don't know yet. Like there's a plate of fruit, I'm not sure what that is. So it's been this. I've had this little personal message of a new fruit, okay, or like a fruit that's coming to me I'm gonna learn or eat for the first time, right? So, anyways. I'm just laughing because now I'm looking at a card that says the divine fruit. And so I have to laugh and I have to tell you my dumb stories because that's what we do here. But it's really like once you start to get these synchronicities in your life, like everything, even the quote dumb stuff becomes so meaningful. Like I really do have a fulfilling experience, probably because I look into everything and get meaning from everything. And like, yeah, definitely probably way more than the normal sleepy person. But yeah, so even things like this become like symbolic in a way. And yeah, it is almost over the top and obnoxious to try to explain that to a normal person. So I guess what I'm saying is I'm explaining it to you because you're probably not that normal. If you're hanging out with me, you're probably like, I get it, because I get synchronicities like that in my life too. Hard to explain, but yet it makes perfect sense to the person experiencing it. So here's your affirmation. As I work to improve and free myself, I strengthen my foundations. My intellect is light. My heart is warmth. And my soul is strength. I am nurtured by the divine sun. The fruit I bear reflects my inner light. Ooh. So now we're talking about you and your fruit, like you're a tree. Right? So if you look deep into nature, you will understand everything better. And I think what nature is asking you to do is become a tree with me right here, right now. Like, let us just be standing in the orchard. Jesus, I hate these words. The orchard, the fruit orchard. And like, we can be any tree we want. As a matter of fact, now they graft branches onto trees. Like, so one apple tree might actually have like 2 or 3 different types of fruit growing on it. So you can be whatever tree you want. So let's say it's like we're even more in like a magical orchid. I don't know why I don't like the orchid words. Orchard, Sadie. Orchard. I don't know. I don't like those words for whatever reason. So, what kind of fruit do you have on you? Oh yeah, you're a tree right now. You're a tree. What kind of fruit are you bearing? So in your life, if you were a tree and you are offering things to people, okay, now we're walking around as trees, and that's all you can do is give, okay? Because, I mean, what does a tree need? What do you need? You just need everybody's exhales, right? So you appreciate people, but you're a tree, and the bees come and they pollinate you, but you're past that now. You're bearing fruit. What kind of fruit are you bearing in your life? The fruit that you bear reflects your inner light, right? So, sometimes you see fruit trees and the fruit's literally rotting on the branches. Sometimes, we've been taking walks and we've been walking by some apple trees and you can smell the apples as you approach the tree. You're just standing by the tree and it smells so good. So it's like, what kind of fruit are you bearing? So entertain the idea today that you are nature. Indeed, you are a tree. You are a tree today. And start to understand everything better from that perspective with that question, what fruit are you bearing? What do you have on your tree right now? some of my fruit trees don't have any fruit at all this year. Some of my pear trees have produced absolutely nothing. So anyways, whatever you are producing and offering, that's reflecting the inner light that you have. So as I work to improve and free myself, I'm working to improve myself and free myself. As I do that, I strengthen my foundation. My intellect is light. My heart is warmth. And my soul is strength. I am nurtured by the divine sun. The fruit I bear reflects my inner light. Let's move on to our fairy on that note. We've got Ivy, and we just had Ivy yesterday, didn't we? Well, she's coming in today with a message of marriage. Very interesting. So for your reading, I would say this goes into the area of, what are you offering in your relationship right now? So assuming that you have one, let's just assume that you are married, right? You're married to your spouse, right? Somebody saying, well, I'm married to my job, so this must not be my pile. I want to be married to nature. Let's just all get married to nature, the green man. So it's like, what are we offering out? So what did Ivy teach us yesterday? To be persistent, to spiral inward. Now these people are like almost getting married. It looks like there's, how they're facing each other. Their hands, these fairies are holding hands, and they've got the ivy growing all around them, like in a circle that joins them as one. And ivy reminds us to be persistent and to never give up. So I would say right now, like if you're in a relationship and you're like, crap, like I haven't been bearing any fruit for this motherfucker for whatever reason, like don't give up if it is the person that you want to invest in. Remember, wherever you put your attention, that's where you put your energy. And if you have not been putting your attention and energy and fruit into this marriage, now would be a good time to do that if you want it to be, if you want to sustain it, if you want it to survive, if this is actually something that you want to flourish in your life, then you have to feed it. You have to give it some fruit. You have to give it some focus and attention and commitment. So I love this so much because they are joined, and he's clearly in adoration of her, and she too is like almost humbled and just blushing a little bit. You put your head down a little bit when you blush. She's kind of almost like blushing by this incredible love that he is giving. So possibly, you got the Jack of Clubs. So I really feel like, he's a trustworthy. If the Jack of Clubs is correct, this man is trustworthy and reliable and a little bit younger than you. That would be funny if that was true. A little bit younger, and just something, allow yourself to be loved by him. So as a 42-year-old, I was in being single now, I have to think well, God, where do I even go looking for a lover? And, I was sort of falling into the, don't go younger thing, or don't go, and my mom, she's like, well, don't go older either, because she's she basically was just saying, don't go older because, they're not as hard and they don't last as long. Thanks, Mom. Anyways, so I was just like, okay, funny, ha, ha, ha. Well, I'm reading this book by Lynn V. Andrews, and it's called Jaguar Woman. And there is a medicine woman who lives in South America, and her husband is 10 years younger. And she says that's very typical of a medicine woman or any woman, but she was just saying a medicine woman, you know, who really does benefit from, you know, having someone to bring an energy with. She was saying that like you always go younger because the men don't live as long, very practically, and so you pick a younger lover so that you're not, you know, so that you have a lover till the end of your days, you know, because yeah, it's just kind of the way it is. So anyways, I've been entertaining the idea then, oh, okay, like I can go down to 32. Right? So I was like, okay, cool. All right, I feel like I have my permission now from Lynn V. Andrews and the Jaguar woman. Oh, okay, like that makes me feel better. Right, like I don't feel like I'm robbing the cradle or being anybody's cougar, you know, or anything like that. So anyways, I love that just kind of comes in now for this ivy in this marriage. So this is in the green suit. It has a green border. And I want to open up the book to just give you a little insight. The green suit is all about finding and reaching a sense of balance and harmony with yourself and that everything that exists around you. So your divine fruit talked about strengthening your foundation. Your flower whisper said, look into nature, you'll understand everything better. And this even says, the green suit highlights health and well-being, including your connection or your need to connect with nature. So I guess I read that just to tell you that. You need to connect with nature more. Maybe get you and your partner into nature together, you know, because that's the thing that, you know, in my marriage, like we didn't travel together in our understanding of anything better. And I just feel like it's such a beautiful, it's only a concept for me because I've never had it personally, to think about having someone that you are with in nature, you understand things together, like you're deepening your wisdom, yes, individually, but also together. And it just unites you more and more. So the fairies have intertwined the ivy. The fairies have entwined the ivy, joining the two loving souls together in a hand fasting ceremony. So sometimes you see this in Celtic pictures where you hold hands and you wrap your scarf or kilt or whatever that is around it. So the ivy has done this. They are joining together in a hand fasting ceremony. This card celebrates and acknowledges the sacred union of two people who love and care for each other deeply and have or about to make a commitment to each other to form a long-lasting bond. Choosing this card provokes thoughts of this union and indicates a time to celebrate, replenish, or review commitments and personal responsibilities within an established union. And then you throw the book on the floor because that's what you do. So it's like, yeah, this could really be deepening something. Yeah, maybe evaluating, is this the person that's right for you? If it is, sink your teeth into this delicious fruit. I mean it. And if it's not, maybe think about, I don't know, it won't kill you to be single for a little while and wait until somebody appreciates you, right? And then you can be like me and say, every time I think of this old problem, I feel a sense of humor and relief that it's gone. But if you have something good and something worth your time, hold on to it and invest in it. Now, your magical herb is yarrow, and it has a message of open, which I love, because usually when I think of yarrow, I think of boundaries, I think of maintaining your space or protecting yourself, but this card is number 28, and it is open. My Joker spirit says, and be open to going down to 28 years old. No way, that is too young. I think 28 is too young for a 42-year-old. I'm just saying. 32 is Only 10 years, man. Sorry, 28. I'm not open to that. um, I who knows though, right? Who knows? It's hard whenever you're a wise old soul. Like it'd have to be a really, really, really fantastically fabulous human being to make exceptions like that. So anyways, you got to be open though. So be open to see like where this can take you. This is definitely, a message for you to think, where could this go? Where could this lead? I'm open to maybe deepening this connection. I'm open to understanding everything better with nature. I'm open, all the messages, be open to them. Okay, moving on. Holy crap. Holy crap. Okay, so you got a second yarrow card. I just flipped over your soul flower. Now you've got two yarrows right beside each other. What a son of a gun contradiction. Now this yarrow does say boundaries. So I'm going to have to say that this is definitely a choice that you have to make. Like I said, is this person worth your time, your investment, your skill, your love, your connection? Because this came in with boundaries. Let me just read it. I mean, boy, I didn't get to celebrate too long that we had two yarrows because now I'm like, what do you mean? All right, here's what yarrow says on your soul flower. Like a little umbrella or shield, yarrow offers protection from negative energies or toxic influences. She helps you to build strong, healthy boundaries and compassionate awareness of self and others, and to avoid unnecessary energy leaks and general depletion as you evolve and grow. So yeah, I definitely do agree with her, absolutely, by saying, listen, if this is not worth your time, focus only on what is. Like we were saying at the beginning, everywhere you put your attention, that's where you're putting your energy. So do you want to be wasting your energy on anything? And if you've been wasting your energy on things that have taken away from this relationship that you genuinely do cherish, you should maybe start to reroute and focus and be more deliberate where your energy is flowing. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Okay, I'm being asked to go back a card though, and open up to number 28, yarrow. Open up to open. It says, there is a new beginning on the horizon and the possibility of a lot of different energies coming together to make things happen. Cooperation is needed, and you could play the pivotal role or hold the key to releasing the energy required. So we have some energy to get released and directed. New ideas, inspirations, and creative solutions are forthcoming. Those who work in creative art fields will find this to be a very busy and fruitful time. Okay, so there's more fruit for our message. So everything's really fruitful right now. So dang, doesn't that feel good? Personal growth and enthusiasm are supported at the moment, and it could even be a time of birth in any form. So it's like, wow, things are really happening, right? Things are really manifesting, fruitful. I kid you not, more fruit. All right, I'm going to now swing up to your aromatherapy card, the Oracle of the Essences, and let you know that you got Neroli with a message of cause and effect. So this really ties. Oh, and she's so beautiful. Her dress is orange and yellow too. The background of the yarrow card is orangey yellow. So you have a lot of oranges and yellows. And the marriage fairy, her wedding gown or her hand fasting gown is yellow. So you have a lot of bright yellow, right? The fruit you bear reflects your inner light. You are nurtured by the divine sun. Now, yellow and orange, doesn't that make you think of like your solar plexus, your divine will? You know, putting your power where you want it, making an act of power. That's your acts of power are your creations. They're your manifestations. They're taking your passions and putting them into the physical, whether that's manifesting a new project, a new creation, something within yourself, or with your, I want to say divine partner, your divine partner. Like, this is like, love the one you're with, right? But like, it's, you're loving that person because that person feels right to you and worthy of you and appreciates you and doesn't give you any mixed messages. Like, this is on, baby. This is on. Cause and effect. So it's like, now that you know that where you put your energy, that's where it's flowing. You know, every time you focus on something, then you know you are helping it to grow. Every time you focus loving thoughts on your partner, then you relish in the beautiful blossoming. This relationship is now ready to bloom and open into your life. So I really feel like this is such a sweet, obviously this is not my pile. I really feel this is such a sweet message. And now here's what's so cool. So you started out with that, remember I told you that flower whisper was like purpley and plum and kind of indigo? Your Andarian crystal is also that color, in that color family. And it is the Andarian garnet. Is that how you say it? Garnet, garnet. I think you say the T. Garnet. Garnet, Andarian garnet. And it is this beautiful purple, gorgeous, dark purple with maybe a little reddish feel, but more purple and indigo, I feel like. More purple and indigo. And Andarian garnet, or garnet, garnet? Everyone in the back's going, yes, garnet, Jesus. Ooh, here it is, y'all. Listen up. Kundalini activation and acceleration is offered to you, dear one. Hold me in your left hand and allow the energies to flow. So hold up your left hand, and I'm holding up mine. Allow the energies to flow, awakening you to higher states of consciousness, perception, and understanding. If you look deep into nature, you will understand everything better. So this deepening that you can take, if you're solar right now, continue this. This is a gift. If you are with someone special right now, dang, having your Kundalini activated together is definitely a gift. Acceleration is offered to you. So allow the energies to flow. Yarrow says, be open. Be open and allow the energies to flow, awakening you to higher states of consciousness, perception, and understanding. All right, should we keep this party going since it's already after 11 in my world? I was just looking at the picture of my daughter again with her braces. She's cute. I mean, I'm not just saying that because she's my kid. She's really cute. And she went with purple brackets, and that's a good choice. I like that, sweetie. All right, so anyways, pile number 2, 87. 87. All right. We didn't even talk about numerology, like as far as like what numbers add up to. I didn't even think about that with 89. 87, man. 8 plus 7 is 15. 1 plus 5 is 6. So we could have another heart-centered message here. What was 89? 17, 8. Is that why it went on and on and on forever? Literally, I could not shut up about the first pile. So we'll see what we've got forward here with 87. I love it. I love for everyone, regardless, even if you didn't pick a number, even if everyone, I really hope gets in their hearts. That is my wish for everyone. And the past couple years, I've had so many experiences now with people who are not in their hearts, and very hard. That's very hard on them. I see that being hard on them, and also for those of us who have to be around them. So what an incentive for us then to get more into our hearts so we can deal with the people who are not yet in their hearts, and we can be a guiding light for the people to inspire them to get more heart-centered. Everybody, do it. Do it. Put your back into it. All right, you ready, 87? I've got some black tea. I just ate some toast. Toast and creamy sweet black tea. Like, seriously, I continually find myself new addictions because that's what we do. All right, your flower whisper, if you chose that, this was the middle pile, okay? The second middle pile. If you chose 87, which has a blue border, in case you're wondering, your flower whisper says, at this moment, you are where you need to be. Just breathe. Thank you. Thank you, Flower Whisper, because I'm like feeling like, oh geez, I've already talked a long time. Should I speed it up, for my impatient listeners? Well, honey, if you're impatient, don't ever pick the last pile. My God. I wonder how many impatient people, without realizing it, like subconsciously, always pick the first pile because they don't have time to wait. If you always pick the first pile, are you an impatient person? Does it drive you nuts that I drink my tea and let the camera, the tape recorder, keep on just recording dead air with the sounds of me slurping? At this moment, you are where you need to be. Just breathe. In your life, you are where you need to be. Just breathe. For 3 inhales and exhales. Just be. There's nothing you need to do right now. Even if you are doing right now, like say you're doing the dishes or something, you literally could just put your hands on the counter, let your gloves drip their water into the sink, close your eyes and give yourself the gift of breath. And calmness and centering and grounding and being and still. And just breathe. At this moment, you are where you need to be. Now, my dogs understand, on the other hand, could go lay down in their beds. You guys are not where you need to be. Go lay in your bed. They're looking at me. Yes. Oh my God. And I flip over your hypnotic language card, and it's the Joker, the Jack of Hearts. What do you want? That's actually your question. What do you want? At this moment, you are where you need to be. Just breathe. What do you want? From that centered, calm, still, unneedy place. What do you want? You don't need anything. You don't need to do anything. Like, you are where you're supposed to be. But yet, it is us as creators. We love having desires. We love having visions. We love manifesting. We love making. We love creating. What do you want? What do you want? From this place of peace, what do you want? Now, granted, we can say, well, I want for nothing because I'm so peaceful. Well, good. You stay peaceful for as long as you want. But then at some point, your nature is to manifest. So what do you want? Now we got two jacks in a row, you guys. I'm a little concerned here. But this time it's the Jack of Hearts, and hearts are representing issues regarding emotions and home. And Jack of Hearts, close friend or happy blonde younger person. So this Jack of Hearts is a close friend or a happy blonde younger person. Okay, cardimancy is interesting and simple. This is a great question. What do you want? This is a great question to start a session. So remember, we're all going to become hypnotists together because that's what we want to do. Maybe, we'll see. I keep waiting for like $5,000 to drop in my lap so that I know that I'm supposed to get that education with the RTT therapy, that really I am called to it on many levels. But then on the other hand, I think it's also a little premature for my life, maybe unnecessary. Maybe I don't need to sit with one person at a time. Obviously not. I'm sitting with hundreds of people every week, anytime I open my mouth. I'm sitting with people. Somebody messaged me last night and with compliments. Thank you so much, you guys. But then she asked me, do I teach any classes? And I was thinking to myself, I teach a damn class every time I open my fucking mouth. But I said, I feel like I'm in class every time I do a podcast. And she was like, oh yeah, that's true. But she was asking, because listen how sweet this is. She thinks it would be fun to learn with me in person because I seem like a fun person. Oh, thank you, honey. Thank you. It would be fun. It would be fun to hang out. Absolutely. So anyways, what do you want? This is a great question to start a session. Oh yeah, so anyways, what I was saying was maybe I don't need to do individual hypnosis sessions because maybe my deal with life is dealing with groups of people, but there is something magnificent about hypnosis, and I just feel like it would be so beneficial to the world. And of course my ego's like, well, someday you need to do something that actually makes money, but I get that, ego. I get it. I totally get it. But I also want to do whatever's in my highest good and what's best for the world and how I can be most beneficial. So yeah, I know I could go make some money. I could go work 3 jobs. However, I feel like there's maybe something even more important than making money. Because my dog is acting like an idiot. Go lay down. She wants to play. So anyways, it's like, yes, I could just make money or I could save the world. Do, 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 do. Which one will I choose? Do, 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 do. This is a great question. What do you want? It's much better than asking what's wrong. By asking this question, we identify the target state, what the subject will see, hear, and feel when he has solved the problem or achieved the goal. This cuts through a lot of complaining and focusing on the negatives. So it's like, don't even bother asking yourself or anyone else, what's wrong? Okay, what's wrong, sweetie? Oh, okay, so you basically are saying, hey, sweetie, let's focus on the negative shit that we don't want to manifest anymore. Tell me everything that's wrong. That's wrong. We don't want to do that anymore. What you want to do is say, what do you want? Think about what you want. Think about what feels good. What do you actually want? And if they start on the problem, you're like, no, honey, that's what you don't want. What do you actually want? And this could actually be a conversation that you're having with yourself. You're like, you're thinking about what you don't want. I want you to think about what you do want, right? We want to solve the problem. We want to achieve the goal. We don't want to get lost in complaining and focusing on the negatives. That's just going to waste time. We want to stay positively oriented, solution-oriented. Yes, focused on what we want. So that's your question there with your Jack of Hearts. What do you want? At this moment, you are where you need to be. Just breathe. No pressure here. Not trying to stress you out. Just breathe, but be open to hearing and focusing and paying attention to what you want. What do you want? Now, your Healing Energy Oracle by Mario D is attention. Yes, what are you giving your attention to? Okay, so this is a little connected to our first reading too, right? What are you giving your attention to? What do you want? This is really going to be an exercise in discipline for you. What do you want? I am attentive to all that manifests within me. When negativity rises within me, I transform it into light, love, and hope. My love for others is unconditional. I forgive. My desire to improve is constant. I am firm, brave, and hardworking. So this is definitely a message of switching or switching your gaze, your focus, your attention from the negative to the positive. And hey, it's not like you do it once, you're like, oh, I'm positively focused now, yeehaw. Nope, you're gonna get practice sessions all throughout the day. The negativity will rise up, and you just keep on transforming it into light, into love, into hope, into something positive. Or maybe just have the awareness, the attention, like, oh, there's me thinking about what I don't want. Now I'm going to ask myself a question. What do I want? What do I want? Ooh, maybe you never really did that before. You're like, well, I don't know what I want. I just really know what I don't want. I just know I don't want that shit anymore, right? Okay, well, you got to get your focus off that shit, or else you're just going to fuel up that. You know, what you focus on, that's what you're growing. So do you want to focus on the weeds, or do you want to focus on the flowers? What do you want? And be really aware and observant and pay attention. I am attentive to all that manifests within me. So pay attention, like Nettle told us this week, pay attention to how you're feeling, to what you're thinking, to the thoughts that you've almost started to ignore them because they're always there, but we don't want them there anymore unless they're positive. So just start to pay attention. Start to observe yourself. Oh, there I go again. And now I'm thinking about that again. Now that negative story that I constantly tell myself, here it is again. You know, and just do your best. Remember, when we focus a light onto something, if you shine a light into a dark box, that box is no longer dark. So sometimes all you need to do for your dark, negative thoughts is focus on them with your light, and then they go bye-byes. The light dispels the dark very easy, very simply. So all you need to do is stay in your heart, stay loving, stay unconditional for yourself and others, and forgive. Forgive, forgive, forgive. And like Ivy told us yesterday, never give up, okay? Your desire to improve is constant. And if your desire to improve is constant, you will. You will improve. You will get better. You will feel better. You will think better. You will be able to just be better. You are firm, you are brave, you are hardworking. Keep going with it. Now your flower fairy is rhododendron with a message of danger, beware. And I actually think that's perfect because you may have just sort of been like, oh, what's a little negative thinking going to hurt. Everything. It hurts everything. If you have one negative thought, it's poisoning the whole pot, right? It's poisoning your whole mind. You can't be unloving about certain things in your life and think that it's not going to affect the other parts of your life, you know? So that's why you need to focus on the love. So if you're like, well, I can't be loving towards that idiot, he drives me crazy. All right, well, you need to really do your best to not even think about him at all and focus on the loving stuff until you can get into a place where you can at least offer him a morsel of loving thoughts, or at least forgive him for being human. I forgive you for being a man. So be very aware. Be very aware of your thoughts. Know that negativity is your red flag. This is part of the red suit. It's your red flag. Like, listen, danger. Oh, negativity is rising up within you. Danger. Be aware of that thought. Shine your light onto it. Now, your magical herb oracle, underneath it is a reversed bilberry with clarity, number 9. All right, so it's reversed, and I think that's okay, because it's like the clarity isn't there because you've been entertaining both kinds of thoughts. Your mind is split. Ooh, this message is starting to really feel with the forgiveness and the split mind and to what you're focusing on and discipline. This is starting to feel very, very A Course in Miracles. So just because I have to do this regularly, I will be doing the lessons of A Course in Miracles on my YouTube channel 2021, and you are invited to do them with me or to not wait for me and start them now. So anyways, there it is, my weekly shout out to A Course in Miracles, and just let you know it's coming up, and it might be interesting to travel with me there and see what it does for you. So clarity reversed. So yeah, you're not seeing things, I don't want to say like you're in danger, but you're not seeing things in a way that's safe mentally, emotionally for you. What do you want? Well, do you want danger? Do you want confusion? Why are you allowing yourself to reside there then? Why are you allowing yourself to give your attention to it? Think of your attention as like a gift. So if you give your attention to a child and really look them in the eye, that's a gift, you know, like you're giving them what they need. If you give, you know, your attention to somebody in a phone call or a conversation, or give a hug, give it physical attention, that's a gift. Well, why are you giving your gifts to things that don't serve you? Why are you giving gifts to negativity? It's not going to make the negativity any nicer. You know, it's like you need to figure out not so much why you're doing that, unless that helps you, because some people really do, like, you know, they're like, oh my God, like, I'm giving this negative person or this negative thought my attention because, you know, my self-esteem's really low. Like, sometimes it does really help to figure out why, but it's really just stop it. Stop giving your self-criticism the microphone. Okay? You don't need to give it attention. You need to mute it. You don't need to give it a microphone. So once you stop listening to both the positive and the negative, if you can just tune into the positivity channel, you can just tune into what's playing on that speaker, you will gain more clarity. Until you do, you're going to get red flags and danger signs and beware of the negativity, and your clarity is going to suffer because of it. So rhododendron. Now, the red family in the Nature's Messages from the Flower Fairies, the red family is just highlighting your attention. That's hilarious. The red family highlights your attention. Pay attention To be more aware of a time for change. So yeah, this is a time for change for you. Activities and powers are needed and are at work at this time or near future. Fear or fret not, as these will have positive outcomes for yourself or those concerned. Allow yourself to feel strength, protection, and an increase in energy around you building up. So you are strong, firm, brave, hardworking, powerful. If you want to make this change in your life, you are 100% fully capable of doing that. All you need to do is figure out what do you want and put your attention on that. So rhododendron fairies, shed light upon your dark shadows. You guys, you would think that I like orchestrated all this like before I sat down. So yeah, once again, shining that flashlight in the box as an example, the fairies are also here to shed light upon your dark shadows. So we've got the rhododendron here. It's a woody shrub which supports large clusters of beautiful, delicate, bell-shaped flowers that like to grow in partly shaded areas. However, despite their beauty, they are a symbol for danger and a warning to beware, as rhododendrons are poisonous for both animals and humans. It is said that even honey made from the flowers may be toxic. Disclaim out the wazoo. Do not fucking make rhododendron honey or it could be toxic. I don't really know if I knew rhododendron was toxic or poisonous. But anyways, I do now, don't you? There we go. Clarity. All right, choosing this card indicates that you or someone close to you may be hiding amongst the shadows due to fear. However, hiding will not dissolve the fear or allow the problems to go away. So come out of the shade. It is important to question and identify your reasons for being fearful. Are you basing it on actual evidence of danger or troubles? Or is the worry and distress caused by being afraid manifesting more fear? Like just your anxiety is creating more fear, which could be actually bringing to you what you don't want. When you worry, you are ultimately creating something that you don't want. So there is a huge message for you now to start to focus and give your attention on what you want, because it will almost become dangerous at some point if you keep on thinking negative, if you keep on hating, if you keep on refusing to do your forgiveness practice, if you keep on hating this public figure or being annoyed with that or not forgiving yourself or just whatever, man, you need to stop it. Or just being afraid of everything. Living in fear is debilitating and exhausting. You or someone close to you are being asked to be courageous by feeling and accepting the reality around the fear. This card stresses the importance of not struggling on alone, but allows others who are trustworthy to help with working through life's difficulties at this time. So at this moment, you are where you need to be. Just breathe. Breathe. Take time to discover hidden inner strengths and to explore ways to relax, to learn and develop new life skills in order to reduce and cope with the actual or internal fears. So, man, we can literally just imagine fear. Like there's nothing even to be afraid of. Fear is such an illusion, but it's real to us because we're manifesting that experience for ourselves. Wow. So really just sit with this. And like I said, it's going to take discipline to alter your thinking from always thinking about what you don't want to now thinking about what would be nice, What do you want? Oh, I want to feel good. I want to feel safe. Oh, I want to be positive. I want to think positive. I want to feel love. All right, then let's do that. Let's do that. Let's get that clarity going within ourselves. Let's get that bilberry turned upside down, right? Right now it's reversed because we haven't been very clear within ourselves. If you've let fear take the wheel, if we've let fear take the wheel, man, it turns into a very scary ride. Like driving too fast, taking the turns like a maniac, not watching where they're going. Like, think of it, you guys. You don't want to let fear drive. A revelation and light being cast upon a situation will enable deeper understanding, and perhaps something you have been waiting for will be uncovered. So, I kid you not, now is your third message, now from Bilberry, saying you must cast a light upon this situation. You need to walk with your flashlight in front of you in your mind, okay? And actually, you need to see light coming from your heart. You need to see light coming down and through the top of your head into your body. Like, you are the light now, okay? And everything in your life, you're going to cast your light upon. You're not going to try to see in the shadows. You're not going to try to see in the dark anymore. You're just going to shine the light. You may need to work with greater accuracy and be more mindful of smaller details at the moment. Protection of what you are sharing is also indicated, so don't show all of your hand just yet. Keep a little back for a while. Keep your eyes wide open now, because you just might miss a small but very important detail. So I would say don't let any negative thought slip under the radar anymore. It's time to really be scrupulous with your thinking. Now, your soul flower is Hellebore, a message of empowerment. Yeah, like you don't want fear to drive because it could turn your life into like a living hell. What you want to do is be empowered now to take the wheel of your thought process and think positive thoughts and make an attempt to do your forgiveness practice. Take control and say, I am going to love everyone. I'm going to be unconditional with my love. I'm going to quit judging people. I'm going to quit judging myself. I'm going to quit being afraid of everything. What do you want? I want to be empowered. Hellebore wants you to know how powerful you truly are, and to help you tap into your innate female wisdom. You know what you need to do, because I just repeated it 100 fucking times for you. You know what you need to do. It is time to honor yourself. Stop hiding and stand in your own magnificent light with your head held high. Give yourself permission to connect with your heart and lead the way. So your heart is literally a headlight, a lighthouse. You are beaming light because that is what you are. Give yourself the connection, give yourself the permission to give your heart the steering wheel and lead the way. You know what you need to do. It's time to honor yourself. It's time to take control of yourself. It's time to focus on what you want. It's time to shine your light, shine your light, shine your light. This is like the 4th time in your cards. Everybody wants you to shine your light. Stand in your own magnificent light. Hold your head up high. See with clear eyes. See with the eyes of love. This fear is nothing but smokes and mirrors and illusions and lies we have told ourselves. It's time to take control. It's time to become empowered. Now, your oracle, what is it called again? Oracle of the Essences is Melissa. And she is a little fairy that's sitting on a grumpy gnome head by a stream, by a river. And she has a message of shift and equilibrium. So yes, it is time now to shift your energy. Shift the negativity into light, into positivity. You can shift everything. You can shift anything. Yeah, like her sitting on the grumpy old gnome. Yes, she's in the world, but not of the world. It's like, yes, you do live in a grumpy world. You do live in a world that is fear-mongering and wants everyone to be afraid. Why is that? Because this world really does, it is really set up to keep everybody's vibrations so low. I mean, you just think the world wants you to be depressed and scared because it does. But it's not the world like Earth or nothing. It's just, the way society has been constructed. I mean, what would happen to society if everyone was positive and happy and empowered and shining their light? Would society still go to jobs that they hated and pay taxes? And would society still do as it's told? Would society be able to be controlled if everybody knew the powerful beings of light that they were? I mean, you kind of have to understand and forgive society for wanting to control everybody. I mean, the powers that be, they want to keep everybody under their thumb. But this little fairy is not under the grumpy gnome's thumb one bit. She is sitting on his head. She's sitting on his head, and she has a circle of light sparkles around her with her hand held high. She is bringing in the light. She is being the light. She is shining the light. And she's happy no matter what. So no matter what is going on in your life, if you pick the middle pile, number 87, you've got to make that empowered decision now to decide to be happy, to decide to be positive, to decide to be loving, because that was your answer to the question, what do you want? What do you want? Be that. Be that which you want. And your Andarian crystal is the Andarian yellow-green, which is cool because hellebore is a green flower. I didn't tell you that. I'm so sorry. So you got a lot of yellows and greens now here at the end. And Andarian yellow-green says, hold me in your hand, dear one. So just like the fairy that's on top of the grumpy gnome, hold your hand up right now. And it's like this yellow-green piece of glassy crystal, okay? We'll just focus on the yellow-green, yellowish green energy coming into your hand. Allow my calming, peaceful energy to permeate your mind-body system. There is nowhere to go, nothing to do. Simply enjoy the never-ending now. I help you to live and be in the now moment. Like a little child, innocent and free, I will help you to find the inner child that dwells within and allow them to play. So there you have it, number 87. At this moment, you are where you need to be. Just breathe. All right, our final number, 72. This is the last pile of goodies we get to go through today. So just thanks again for hanging out with me this week and Nettle and the trees and the tarot and manifesting more prosperity. That was good. It was all good, you guys. The whole bit. Everything's good. When I was talking to my ex-husband, when he called me after Mars got her braces on this morning, apparently like I said good a bunch. He's like, how many times can you say good in a row? Oh my God. Good. All right, here we go. Number 72. 7 plus 2 equals 9. The number of completion. Ooh, the 9. The 9. Such a good number. The 9D Arcturian Council. 9. What does 9 mean to you personally? Think about that. When I when I think about my problems, I am filled with a sense of humor and relief that they are over. Yay. Hey, I also want to say, remember that book I was telling you, Jaguar Woman, with the lady who has the younger husband, right? So just one more thing on that. I just also want to say that they don't live together. Her husband, I mean, they do live together, but he travels to the other side of, I don't know where the heck they live, like, I don't know. I've read almost the whole book. I still don't know what part of the world I'm in, somewhere in South America. He does his own healing work and travels, so they're not together all the time. Just want to point that out. All right, okay, here we go. Number 72. Whew, 72. What are we ready to wrap up? Life? No, we are just getting started with our living because we're just like, oh, we're just figuring out how to live better, think better, feel better, know better, be better. Right? So yeah, like we're feeling good. We actually got a new little zest for life going on here. TGIF, yeah. Our flower whisper says they may have tried to bury you, but they didn't know you were a seed. Ooh, like just sort of, put your shoulders up, put your hands up in the air like you're dancing to some really good music. Ooh, they didn't know. They didn't know. They didn't know you were a seed. Yep, they may have tried to bury you with all their bullshit, but they didn't know you were a seed. And here you are. It's like, that didn't get me down. That didn't even get me down one bit. Look at me. Look at me breaking through the dirt. Look at me. You tried to bury me with cement. Look at me busting it up. Look at me growing. Look at me knowing. Look at me blossoming into who I am. Yeah, they may have tried to bury you because they didn't know any better and they didn't do the Course in Miracles yet, so just forgive them. And guess what? It's no harm is done. No harm is done. You forgive everyone for everything because you are a seed of potential. You are a beautiful seed of light. And now it's time to grow and know. I feel like there's this grow and know and blossom. Because you need to know who you are. You need to be solid and like, I am a daisy. I am a red clover. I am a rose. I am a poisonous rhododendron. Whatever you are, know it and be it. Know it and be it. All right, you got the Queen of Clubs. The Queen of Clubs is your hypnotic language card by Michael Mandel. And you got like a little bit of like an algebra looking thing. It says the more X, like it's in parentheses, the more X ... the more Y. The letter Y is in parentheses. So you could also say the more this ... the more that. The more this. Okay. The more X ... the more Y. Okay. Anyways, this ridiculous algebra pattern. This is a pattern that's really easy to use. Not so easy for me to say, but it's going to be really easy for you to use it. The power lies in its simple repetition, which makes it very easy to learn. The more you search for that old pain, the further away it floats. The more you learn to feel good again, the more enjoyable your life will become. So the more you search for that old pain, the farther away it floats. The more you learn to feel good again, the more enjoyable your life will become. The more you allow yourself to grow, the more you will know your own inner power. So 72 does have a nice gray colored border, and it does match the simplistic artwork on "They may have tried to bury you, but they didn't know you were a seed." The more they try to bury you, the greater the more determined you become. Yeah, so allow everything to just benefit you. Your healing energy oracle affirmation is the voice of the heart. Ooh, and it is this beautiful aqua, emerald, teal, that higher heart chakra color series. It's that with this heart shape coming from this burst of light, and it's sort of emanating out some energy. The voice of the heart. I silence the fear in me and discover the voice of my heart. The fruit of these words guides me. I trust the song of my soul. My intuition leads me on the path of light. So the more you grow, the more you know who you are. The more empowered you become, the stronger you become. The more able you are to silence the fear in you. The quieter and calmer you become, the more you can discover the voice of your heart. The more you trust the song of your soul, the more you allow your intuition to lead you on the path of light. Yeah, and more fruit. The fruit of these words guides me. So much fruit this week, you guys. I think we need to really have a good light diet this weekend. Some fruit, a lot of fruit. Fruit and water and pure food. Let's do our best with that. Okay, your flower fairy is dreams. Well, your flower fairy is Osmunda, Osmunda, Osmunda. And it has a message of dreams. It's in the red suit, which we had the red suit, so we should be able to remember that it's highlighting a time for change, okay? And powers, right? Getting our power amped up and getting rid of fear and feeling strength and protection and an increase of energy. So our dreams with Osmunda, it's a sweet little yellow fairy taking a little nappy nap. Taking a little nappy nap because our dreams are so powerful right now and really becoming, like I told you, different, being able to see them more. Where the heck's Osmunda? Lmnop. Oh, I don't know the alphabet. There it is. The fairies sprinkle you with magical fairy dust to ensure your sweet dreams. So if you are buried right now, because they did it, they buried you, you might as well take a little siesta before you bust through the dirt, right? You are a seed, and sometimes you do need to sleep, right? So let's have some sweet dreams. Osmunda represents our dreams. Dreams are defined as a series of images, emotions, and sensations occurring involuntarily in our minds during certain stages of sleep, right? That's what science wants you to think. They have been viewed for countless years by many cultures as spiritual messages from a divine source. During past centuries, the interpretation of dreams has seen theories published which have helped to give us a better understanding of, insight to, and the significance of dreams. All right, so yeah, like nobody in science, or they don't really value dreams, or oh, is this a dream, just random bullshit. Like, and some of mine are so stupid too, I get it. However, once we realize though that dreams can be a form of communication with our higher self, maybe communication in the astral realm, give us guidance, give us clarity. They can be a platform for us to work out some of our emotional things that we need to heal. Like, okay, like it's just, if it's coming out in your dreams, sometimes it's like, well, you're not really taking the time to think about this during the day. So, and we need to do your healing work. So let's use your dreamscape to do that. Right? We could get into lucid dreaming, being more active, being more aware, understanding when you, like, I'm usually very aware that I am dreaming, and use that to your advantage. So anyways, by choosing this card, you're being asked to trust your inner guidance by paying attention to your dreams. So shout out one more time to our Herb of the Week, Nettle. Pay attention. It is being suggested to you that your dreams are important, as they can be a method of communication between the two worlds. Send out your prayers of protection and guidance to your guides, the angelic realms, and your loved ones before you drift off to sleep. Keep a note of all visual images, emotions, ideas, and sensations that you feel and remember. Also, look out for familiar threads throughout your dreams and reoccurring issues or images. So yeah, we should be keeping a dream journal. Don't be surprised if you receive contact from a loved one soon in your dream state, as it is easier for them to contact you whilst you're in a relaxed state of being. So like people that have passed on can contact you through your dreams. Above all, allow yourself to be open to receive and give acknowledgement in order to truly explore your dream experiences. Maybe our physical lives are just another dream, and it's our spiritual selves that are real. Good job, Angela Crutchley. I like how you worked that in there. I mean, that kind of is what it boils down to. It's like when, like, we're dreaming now, and then when we go to sleep, we're dreaming within the dream. But once we get out of these bodies and we realize that we're even more than this, it's like, oh, life was just a dream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. So anyways, when you dream within the dream of the dream of the dream of the dream, I mean, it could go on and on and on. Take advantage of your dreams to connect with loved ones, to connect with clarity, to get messages, to start to understand yourself on all the levels. Okay, your magical herb is lemon balm. This is also reversed, I guess. Reflection, number 33. So maybe you weren't seeing your dreams as a reflection of you. You just were thinking they were random, but you didn't realize how you could like use your dreams. What's that called? Sprying, looking glass, looking into a ball, looking into something. Start to like look at your dreams as if you were watching a TV show or something. Like you're looking into a different aspect of a different reality that you can gain insightfulness. Like my daughter the other day, she's like, Mom, she's like, do you dream in the first person or like from above? And I'm like, from the first person, like it's happening to me. And she's like lucky. She's like, I'm always above my dreams watching them. And I thought, holy shit, that's awesome. you know, she's like complaining about it, but I'm thinking that's a gift, honey. You can literally watch things play out from a higher perspective and get that reflection. So anyways, we always want what we don't have, but maybe we can manifest the ability to have all types of dreams, but really start to see how they do reflect, you know, maybe something going on in our life, maybe an emotion that we are unwilling, like I said, to deal with while we're awake. Well, our conscious or unconscious or superconscious mind, I don't know who's in charge of this, but they want us to heal it, deal with it, transmute it, look at it. And so we do it during our dreams because it might feel a little easier or safer, or truly that's just when they get an opportunity to slip it in there when we're relaxed. Now, lemon balm, that would be a nice tea to drink at night before you retire, right? To have more sweet dreams. And in this guidebook, if I can find the page, here we go. Lemon balm has an oracle meaning that says, although there is a lot to reflect on and even to resonate with more closely, be very careful that you do not fall into melancholy. Ooh, your faith may be tested. Use this time to appreciate what has gone before and think about how you can evolve no matter what has occurred, positive or negative. So positive or negative, let's go back to the seed, right? They may have tried to bury you, but they didn't know you were a seed. So let's just, you know, whether it was positive or negative, let's take the time, use this time to appreciate all the lessons, what has gone before, right? It's all going to help us evolve when our faith gets tested, right? It helps us to get stronger, to evolve, to know ourselves better. We do have to watch that we don't get sucked in to the melancholy. Yes, we got buried. Are we just gonna stay there and die, or are we gonna do what we came here to do and sprout? Your purpose will be connected with events and situation in some way, and you must listen to your inner truth and intuition. Though the path or details may seem very unfamiliar and the outcome hard to foresee, you are being guided with a greater wisdom. So as you listen to your intuition, as you discover the voice of your heart, as you heed your dreams and messengers, you will be guided. Your soul flower is red clover with tranquility. So it's like, yeah, you will be guided. You can chill. You really can. You can relax and like she's just sleeping there under the osmunda plant, in it basically. She was like laying her the side of her face on her arm, just totally curled up, so cute. Red clover with tranquility. Red clover helps support a sense of clarity, individuality, and self-awareness in the midst of our chaotic and often negative world. She is a calm and steady presence, helping you to remain balanced and to think and act from your center of truth, despite whatever may be taking place around you. So your center of truth is where you will hear and listen to the voice of your heart. Okay, but you have to silence the fear. You have to detach from the chaotic goings of the world, right? You have to trust yourself. You have to trust the song of your soul. You have to listen to your intuition. You have to be determined to only be guided from your own internal compass. Okay, your essential oil is tangerine. Tangerine is a message of gratitude and charisma. So it's been pretty chill here with lemon balm and osmunda and red clover, right? It's like, oh, well, wake up. Time to wake up now. You've had a good sleep. You've had good rest. Your dreams have been positive and interesting and insightful, right? You're feeling really good. And so now that's what Tangerine is doing. She's sitting down, but she's got this big old basket of tangerines that she's like sharing and spilling and rolling down the cobblestone alley. I don't see a cobblestone alley in the picture, but I feel like that's what it might be doing. She's got gratitude. She's got charisma. She knows who she is. She trusts the song of her tangerine soul. And yeah, I love it. I didn't open this book for any of the other essences, but I just want to see what tangerine's affirmation is. It's funny. Sorry, other ones. You did not get this, but we are going to look now at the affirmation. I feel like I want to see that. I appreciate every task I do today, knowing that my time is invested wisely and that each step takes me closer to my goal. So you are a seed that has this potential, this game plan, this blueprint. You came here to do something pretty specific. And it's like as you allow yourself to be guided, you'll be headed in that direction. As you do your tasks with appreciation and just kind of awareness, being in the now moment, you will get closer and closer to your goal, to your dreams, right? You'll be staying on your path of light. And ultimately becoming the flower that you truly are. Okay, now your Ondarian activation is Ondarian Effervescent Yellow. So this is like kind of a darkish orangey yellow. And it's got like bubbles inside the glass, inside the crystal. So it looks like a champagne, like bubbles coming up in it. Effervescent yellow. Here's your activation. The full spectrum of light, energy, and intelligence is what I offer you. I will upgrade your DNA. Use me on your third eye chakra and allow awakening to occur. Spiritual acceleration is what I offer. Use me when you feel guided from within. So yeah, if you went with number 72, our final pick a pile here, yeah, you are feeling guided from within. Like they didn't know you were a seed, right? Just like the seed, you have your DNA, your blueprint. And now the Ondarian Effervescent Yellow is here to upgrade your DNA. Upgrade, awaken, activate, right? It's like one of those seeds you are one of those seeds that needs the right conditions. A seed can lie dormant for a long time, depending on the seed, until the conditions are perfect, until it gets everything that it needs to crack open its shell and do what it's supposed to do. So that's why you're getting all these messages, like you're very, very close now to getting an upgrade, to really stepping into more of who you truly are. But you've got to listen to your own guidance. You've got to listen to your dreams. You got to see the reflections. You got to make sure that you're staying calm and tranquil no matter what's going on. You've got to maintain that attitude of gratitude. That's going to give you your energy. That's going to help sustain your focus. It's going to give you your charisma. You've got to listen to the voice of your heart. You've got to allow yourself and your song of your soul to guide you on your path of light. So feel guided from within and allow awakening to occur. Woo-wee, well, TGIF, yeah, y'all. Thanks for hanging out with me today on Friday. Have a great afternoon, evening, weekend. I'll see you again next week. Unless, of course, you want me to show up before then with an angel. Promo time. Sign up for listener support or my Patreon page, or some way to let me know that you want more. I would love that. I would love to show up more with angelic angels, and I kind of have an idea of why I even started that. It's starting to become clear to me and where that's going. So I love how everything's unfolding. I love all the discovering and everything that we're doing here, the undoing. Sometimes we have to undo our old stuff so that we can redo and find something new to do in the future. So never underestimate the power of undoing, unremembering, unbelieving, right? Because sometimes we gotta let that old stuff go in order to bring this new stuff in. And then once we get that new stuff going, set our sights on that, remain focused, remain loving, and yes, keep on remaining in your power place, which is within you. All the messages today really touched upon that. Going within, listening to yourself, and stepping into your empowered state of being a loving light. Woo! Let's go have some lunch. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you again back here very, very soon here at Ho.